Okay, you guys, I am back. Part two of telling you guys the dream. Okay, if you did not hear the first video that I put out, be sure that you go to my page and listen to the first video. Okay, that video may make sense as to why you're listening to this dream. Okay, but the dream that the Holy Spirit gave to me was my sister and I was walking down the sidewalk and we were going to this building. Okay, it just looked like a regular maybe business building. Okay, as we walked up to where we were about to go in, a lot of people just began walking out the door. A whole bunch of people just walking out the door. They happy, they laughing, they're talking, they're enjoying life. Okay. Then when I look to the curb, there's one of those coach buses. You guys know what I'm talking about, kind of like the party buses, the real fancy buses that we get, or whatever when you're going on trips and stuff, and it's a whole bunch of people. One of those buses, okay? And everybody that's coming out this door is getting on this bus. A lot of these people are familiar. I'm familiar with who they are. I can see their face clearly. And so my sister and I's kind of standing there letting everybody come out. And it's like, dang, this is never ending. So you looking at this bus like, how everybody going to get on this bus, right? So nonetheless, um, a guy that I know, okay, he walks out. He sees me and my sister standing there. He looks directly at me and he says, "Come on, you going with us?" I said, "No, I'm not going with y'all." And he said, "Come on, you can roll with us. Come on, get on the bus." I said, "No, I'm going this way." And he was like, "Well, everybody leaving now. Come on, get on the bus." He did everything he could to get me on that bus, and I kept telling him no. So he kind of laughed and he was like, "Okay, suit yourself." You know what I mean? And so my sister went in the building. But when my sister went in the building, I walked out to the street. Now, there was two lanes going one way, okay, on one side and two lanes going the opposite way with the double yellow lines down the middle. We all know what a street looked like, but I'm trying to paint the picture for you because I need you to get what I'm saying here, okay? So I walk out to the street and I end up getting in the lane that where the double yellow lines are. I'm walking. As I take a few steps, the bus is now beside me going. It's moving. It's not even going fast. It's literally keeping up with my pace. I found that to be weird, but I said, okay. So we get to the stoplight. I'm standing there. It's kind of like I'm in a car, but I'm walking. So we get to a stoplight. Now, the guy that was trying to get me on the bus originally, he's sitting in the driver's seat. But now that we're at a stoplight, he stands up. He opens up the window. He laughing and smiling and giggling, and he says, "You sure you don't want to get on the bus now? Come on, get on this bus." Again, and he's laughing at me because I keep saying no. I'll walk to where I'm going. No, thank you. But he's laughing, and his laugh wasn't like a pleasant one. Okay? Y'all know where I'm going with this. So he steady laughing. He was like, "Okay, suit yourself." Now, he quit talking, but he's still in the window looking at me with this look on his face like he gritting. And I'm standing there. I said, okay. In just that moment, the Holy Spirit said, "Step back 2 feet." I need you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying. I stepped back 2 feet, just like the Holy Spirit said. As soon as I moved, there was this big old hole that opened up in the ground. When I tell y'all, it was literally at the edge of the tip of my shoes where it stopped. The bus immediately tilted. It's halfway in this hole. All you hear is a bunch of screams, yelling, people trying to get off the bus, and they couldn't. But one woman managed to get off the bus. I don't know how she got off the bus in the position that the bus was in. She got off the bus. When she got off the bus, she went and stood on the sidewalk, and she was looking and watching. Everybody else screaming. Now, the young man that was trying to get me on the bus, the young man that was in the driver's seat, he is now outside of the bus dangling from the bumper. And he has the most scariest look on his face. When I look, I kind of leaned over a little bit to peek because I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to see some underground, some asphalt, maybe a little dirt, maybe some pipes, whatever we might see. I saw another dimension, and it was dark. I need you guys to hear what I'm saying to you. It was like a dimension that just kept going and going and going, like there was no end to it. He's hanging on for dear life. He's screaming. Everybody on the bus, you can see people pressing their faces up against the bus like, help. And so I'm standing here and I'm like, Lord, what is going on? Everybody that's around, ain't nobody stopped. Ain't nobody stopped to help. It's kind of like I was the only one seeing this. And I said, well, Lord, how can I help him? He's looking at me now. Now, keep in mind, he was being a little funny when he kept trying to get me on this bus. He was laughing at me because I chose to walk. Now he's afraid and he wants my help. So I said, okay, Lord, help me to help them. So without me falling, I'm trying to reach, but I couldn't reach him. But at that very moment, there was this old white man. He came from out of nowhere. He's kind of scraggly looking, kind of looked like he was homeless a little bit, had the salt and pepper beard, more salt. It looked a little dirty. His hair was stringy, he had on dirty clothes. He appeared from nowhere, and he grabbed me and kind of walked me back. He said, leave it alone. That's not for you to help. My goodness. And then he disappeared. I walked back up to the hole. And when I walked back up to the hole, the guy that was dangling, he had no other choice but to let go because he couldn't hold on any longer. And then the bus was falling behind him. He dropped first, and then the bus came behind him, with everybody still on it except that one lady that was able to get off. Listen, I'm going to explain something to y'all. Just like I said in the first video, hell is very real. And contrary to what you believe, everybody is not going to heaven. It's time to get your house in order. And it is time to be repentant. Get your spirits and your heart right. Get yourself in alignment with God. This is no plaything. He's coming, y'all. And you can't afford to live in hell on earth and then die and spend eternity in hell. Do you know what that means for you? Your body is burning, but you are still alive. You're thirsty and can't have nothing to drink. You are separated from God for the rest of eternity. You're being tormented every single day, moment by moment. It's time to get very afraid of hell and get your house in order with God. Y'all have an amazing day. Have a great Good Friday. And have an amazing Resurrection Sunday. Because this week, this is all about Him. Get yourself together.